Hey tech enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. Ever feel like you're playing a high-stakes game of digital cat and mouse? Samsung's throwing us a curveball. While they're pushing out the February 2025 security update to some Galaxy devices, which sounds great, right? The dreaded One UI 7 is still MIA. And to top it off, some users are getting locked out of websites by overzealous security. Is Samsung really keeping us safe, or are we just trading one set of problems for another? This is going to be a wild ride. So buckle up. Alright, let's start with the good news, or at least, what should be good news. Samsung is rolling out the February 2025 security patch. This is crucial, folks. These updates are like digital vaccines, protecting your phone from the latest threats lurking online. They plug the holes that hackers love to exploit. Think of it like this. Every month, new vulnerabilities are discovered, and these patches are Samsung's way of slamming the door shut on those digital bad guys. So, a big thumbs up to Samsung for keeping us protected, right? Well, not so fast. Here's the kicker. While we're getting the security update, the shiny new One UI 7, based on Android 15, is still nowhere to be seen. This is a major bummer. One UI 7 isn't just about a fresh coat of paint on your phone's interface. It's packed with new features, performance improvements, and, most importantly, even stronger security enhancements. Delaying One UI 7 means we're missing out on these crucial upgrades, leaving our devices potentially more vulnerable. Imagine waiting for a life-saving medication, and the pharmacy keeps saying, "It's coming soon." That's how many Galaxy users feel right now. Adding insult to injury, the One UI 7.0 beta program is still chugging along. We're even hearing whispers of a beta 4 version. This tells us one thing. The software isn't ready for prime time. Now, I appreciate Samsung taking their time to iron out the bugs, but extending the beta program only prolongs the wait and increases the frustration. It's like watching your favorite sports team fumble the ball in the final seconds of the game. Heartbreaking. And speaking of frustrating experiences, it's like trying to protect your house with a fortress, but then you can't even get in yourself. Frustrating, right? This isn't just a minor inconvenience. It can actually impact businesses. If legitimate customers can't access a website, that's lost revenue. It's a lose-lose situation. Okay. Let's break down the immediate impact of all this. The good. The security update does improve device security, protecting us from known vulnerabilities. This boosts user trust, knowing Samsung's at least trying to keep us safe. But the One UI 7 delay? That's a blow. It leads to user frustration, a perception that Samsung's prioritizing newer devices, and, most importantly, security concerns for those older devices. Think of it as a digital domino effect. One action, like delaying an update, can trigger a whole chain of negative consequences. The impact doesn't stop with individual users. The cybersecurity sector benefits from increased awareness of vulnerabilities, driving demand for security solutions. Mobile device management, MDM, companies might see a surge in businesses wanting to secure their Galaxy device fleets. But on the flip side, Android app developers could face delays in adopting new Android 15 features, slowing down innovation. And most concerningly, Samsung's brand perception could take a hit, especially if competitors are quicker with updates. That could be a massive competitive disadvantage, folks. Zooming out even further, secure devices contribute to a safer online environment, potentially reducing cybercrime and financial losses. Up-to-date devices can also enhance productivity by minimizing malware infections and system crashes. But the One UI 7 delay could widen the digital divide, leaving users with older devices behind. And if vulnerabilities are exploited, it could lead to significant economic costs for individuals and businesses. Ultimately, continued delays could breed user apathy, eroding trust in technology providers. That's a scary thought. Alright, let's talk about the potential risks here. The biggest one? Delayed updates and security vulnerabilities. This is a technical minefield. Users are left exposed, and hackers have a wider window to exploit weaknesses. Remember the Equifax breach? A delayed patch cost them dearly. The beta program instability is another red flag. If the software isn't ready, rushing it out the door could create even more problems. And that website security block? That's a PR nightmare waiting to happen. Imagine if Amazon started blocking legitimate customers. Chaos. From a business perspective, the risks are equally concerning. Customer dissatisfaction and brand damage are huge threats. If users feel like Samsung isn't prioritizing their security, they might jump ship to another brand. And let's be honest, the competition is fierce. A competitive disadvantage could cost Samsung market share. And here's a controversial thought. Is Samsung delaying updates intentionally to push S25 sales? If that's the case, it could backfire spectacularly, alienating loyal customers. It's a risky gamble. Now, let's get to the ethical considerations. Is Samsung being transparent about update schedules? Are they misleading us about the reasons for delays? Lack of transparency erodes trust, and delaying security updates is a serious ethical lapse. We're talking about potentially exposing users to data breaches and privacy violations. Is that really the message Samsung wants to send? Fairness and equity also come into play. Prioritizing newer devices over older ones can be seen as unfair to customers who invested in flagship devices in the past. It's about doing what's right for all customers, not just the ones buying the latest gadgets. Let's try to see this from Samsung's perspective. They're a massive company with a complex ecosystem of devices and software. Rolling out updates to millions of devices across different regions and carriers is a logistical nightmare. They need to balance speed with stability, ensuring that updates don't brick devices or introduce new bugs. They're also under immense pressure to innovate and compete with other Android manufacturers. So, while delays are frustrating, they might be a necessary evil. But that doesn't excuse a lack of communication or a perceived lack of concern for user security. So, what can you do to protect yourself? First, make sure you install the February 2025 security update as soon as it's available for your device. Second, be extra cautious about clicking on suspicious links or downloading apps from untrusted sources. Third, consider using a VPN to encrypt your internet traffic and protect your privacy. And finally, let Samsung know how you feel. Voice your concerns on social media, forums, and directly to Samsung support. Your feedback matters. The million-dollar question is, will Samsung get its act together and deliver One UI 7 in a timely and secure manner? Will they address the website security block issue and find a better balance between security and usability? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure. We'll be watching closely and holding them accountable. The future of your Galaxy device and your digital security depends on it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and share this video with your friends. Stay safe out there, tech enthusiasts.